And as soon as they get out the treatment facility, they're like, I'm going to get right. But as soon as I look in the stories on the gram, I see them with that thing. And I'm like, there they go tripping. Little homie tripping. It's all right, though. I'm going to work with him. Because he's been preached to. He's been taught to. So I'm just going to love him where he's at. But see, my story continued because that small thing I was doing at a young age, where I thought it was live, people would come speak, and I'm like, you funny. You funny. Look at his shoes. He a clown. He going to try to tell me about my life? You don't even know what I've been through. Yeah, homie, I know what you've been through. You know what I'm saying? I've been right there. At 17 years old, how many of y'all's moms, dads, parents do? How many are just fed up? I'm fed up. 17 years old, the same family that adopted me called the cops on me because I had drugs and sent me to jail. Now, a lot of people would be like, man, I do that too. But see, as a child, I took it as I was abandoned from my mom at a young age. Every foster home, every woman in my life had sent me somewhere else. Every time I was bad at one of these foster homes, I got sent away, and now at 17 years old, they're sending me to jail. And so every woman in my life broke my heart. And so I grew up. And so at 17 with that first felony, this was in 99, you got to understand there were no programs. There was nothing like this. You had a felony, it was a wrap. I couldn't go to the army. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even get I could barely get a prime code telephone. Yeah, we talking about old school prime code. We talking about old school now. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad it was for me. And so from 17 to 34, I spent 12 and a half years in prison. I went to prison the first time for a federal case for selling crack cocaine. I was selling crack cocaine not because I wanted to, but because of everything I was hurt. I got out of jail, and I knew I couldn't get a job, and so the streets fed me. The streets fed me that attention. They fed me that love. They gave me everything that I was craving from my family. And so when I went to the streets, I felt love because, man, if I pulled up and had that work or had that money or had that doty or had some Xanax or had them bars, they loved me. Yeah. But I found out the truth when you go to jail, the same partners, the same homies, the same little mama you talking to, you been talking to, will be with your partner the next day. Okay. You hear me? Okay. And so I grew up like that. Every time I went to prison, I went to Michael's, Beto, Already, the Fed, state jail. Been all there. Seen people get stabbed, seen people get messed up, kick dudes in the face, teeth out their mouth. I can go on and on. Stabbings, riots. You know what I'm saying? Prison is the worst place you want to be. You know what I'm saying? And right now, because you're young, you don't understand the system's keeping you. Because what the system's doing to all juveniles right now, there was a story about a judge saying he was cash for kids. Anybody know about that story? He was getting cash for each one of y'all. Right. And see, the system right now, if you look at, they're letting y'all make it until when?
17.
Until that 17th birthday. It's your birthday. You know what I'm saying? But when you turn 17, that's where it gets real. That's where you think your whole thing, what you've been doing, has been expunged, but really, they've been setting you up. They've been setting you up, and you've been falling for it. And so we've been setting it up, and when you get in there, we was with the UVA, I was working with them, and we're in there, and the child's like, man, I'm good, and they're like, they pull out his whole record on him. And they say, hold on, he was doing PSI, and they pull out everything from his juvenile. Well, what's changed? And the DA, the same DA, the majority of them Caucasian, you know what I'm saying? Been to school, and they targeting us.
Right.
Let's be real. The hoods is full of Hispanics and blacks.
Right.
I'm just speaking real life.
That's right.
And so this DA said the only thing that changed is he went from stealing to now he's stealing with a gun. See, your whole record is catching up with you.
That's right.
And so they took him to a whole PSI. But see, for my situation was in prison, they have these same programs like this here, and you can either do two things. You can listen and apply it to your life and say, I want to do something different, or you can be like, man, people tripping. See, at this program, it was a faith-based program, and they gave us free cheeseburgers and hot dogs and steak and everything, right? It's called Kairos. Everybody goes to it for the food. If you're locked up, if you ever locked up, go through Kairos. It's live. know what I'm saying? But that program changed my life because they spoke life into me. They didn't just preach to me. They put on the right music at the right time because my faith got ignited that day. You see what I'm saying? We all have a different faith, but my faith got ignited. And I decided to give it all to God and change my life.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And so at that day, I thought my whole life is going to be perfect now, right? But guess what? After that spiritual moment, I have to go live real life. After that 90 days at the UVA, after you leave here, you have to go back to that real life. A lot of kids have said, how do you want me to change when I got to go back to the jungle? I got to go back to the same homies. I got to go back to the same guns. I got to go back to that same, who's out there? How you want me to change? So that's what we're here for. Peer recovery coach. That's our whole job. We want to be able to be in the community. We want to be able to get that phone call, say, hey, bro, like I'm over here at this trap house, but I ain't feeling it no more. Come through. How many got a positive person in your life that you can call on right now and say, look, I'm in this house with all these guns and I'm smoking weed and I need help? How many got that positive in your life? You need to have that call because each one of us are going to encounter that and you need to know what to do. But guess what? After I got out of prison that time, I went right back, got released. God had changed my life. Everything had changed. And I get out. But I wasn't, remember that positive person? I didn't have one. So when life got hard, when I didn't have a vehicle, when I didn't have the necessary things to help me progress, I wasn't getting a job, guess what happened? I went back to the street, I relapsed. And November 27th, 2018, everything changed. I was in a car with a chopper in the back seat. You understand where, everybody know where Cross Timbers and Fulton is? Yeah. Right there by the McDonald's. See, I was with, I had, how many got some OGs out there? I was one of those OGs. Now, I didn't know it. My partner put me on game. He said, look, we had 5 little youngsters. He said, see these youngsters right here? Watch. And he gave him a little bit of doty. He said, go on, get you some, smoke some. He said, man, my boy right here, a fool, he gonna go in first. You see what I'm saying? Now my OG, my homie is like, man, we ain't gotta do nothing, we just drive. And so these youngsters, thinking they live, thinking this fly, and my partner wiring them up, cranking them. You a fool, I know you a gangster. He had no bulletproof, no mask. He was ready to just give up his life. And the OG over here laughing. Yeah. We just driving. And so we had 3 of these youngsters in the car. We had an AK. We had glides. We had extra clips. We was on our way to go get some more guns. We had masks. We had zip ties. Get pulled over by the cops. Right there, that changed my life because I don't know if I was going to make it or I was going to end up killing somebody. Because I was on 5 Zans and about 2 Bud Lights. My mind was gone. You hear me? And you laughing because you probably been there. You know what I'm saying? Been in that bad position. But when I went to jail, I was there for 90 days and I woke up because I said, man, I want to do something different. And a child from the UVA was in there, a kid that went through the UVA program, and he said, man, you know what? Man, I went through it, now he's facing aggravated robbery and got shot in his chest. But that changed my life. And when I got out, I linked up with OG1 right here. I did the laser treatment. I got the tattoos off my face. I went through IOP treatment. I went through the same rooms and done the same thing. My whole story has led up to this moment. And the crazy thing is they won't let guys like us in Harris County. They won't let guys like us speak to you. They won't let us in the schools. No. My background is stopping me from doing anything. But I'm not giving up. Because I'm here for a reason.
That's right.
Amen.